Hello, Garrett Miller, Director of Sustainability at SAP, and here today to talk to you a little bit about what will be on the webinar. Being a software company, we do have some manufacturing, but it's mostly people typing on keyboards. That said, we do take a proactive approach to water management, things such as natural landscaping that you can see outside of our campus here, as well as LEED certified buildings that we are instituting throughout North America. So with that, I'd like to discuss a few different areas where we can provide insights to other companies in their own usage of water, beginning with delivery. So how does the water actually get from a water purveyor to a water user? We do a lot of infrastructure management solutions. So here in the United States, for example, it's a significantly aging infrastructure that we all know about. Something that we help those utilities is the replacement and management of that replacement strategy. So that would be getting the water to the customer. Once the water reaches the customer as an input, it's essentially something that SAP has been doing for the last 30 years, which is managing raw materials, and as those enter into the company, what does it take to procure those? What does it take from a supply risk perspective? What does it take from a cost perspective? Once the water enters the company, we use that as essentially as a throughput. And again, coming back to something that SAP has traditionally been very good at, we're really thinking about it from a number, or rather a currency perspective, is something now turning that same accounting and management framework to water to increase performance and efficiencies once it's within the company. And then on the back end of the disposal, from a wastewater perspective, we also help manage the regulatory requirements surrounding that. Everything from monitoring water discharge to delivering regulatory reports. So really from soup to nuts, a number of different ways that we help companies with their water management. So certainly a term that many of us have heard over the last 10 or 15 years, that of peak oil. We're starting to hear more and more about peak water. And whether or not you agree with that, I still think it points to a fundamental question that many businesses are having today is, when do I need to start worrying about water? When do I need to start managing it? I would argue that time is now. Even if you don't think about it from water being a scarce resource, it's also another lens to apply to the efficiency of a business, of your operation. So for example, looking at water as another waste stream, people think about the usages of water or the consumption of water. Water is actually never really consumed, right? We have a finite amount of water on the planet that is continuously cycled through the hydrologic cycle, but it's also a metric to measure the efficiency of a manufacturing process. I think driving efficiency through the effective management of water usage is something that all companies, large and small, should be taking a hard look at, not only to ensure getting a jump start on the management of a scarce resource, but to ensure the viability of a company going forward in terms of managing risks associated with that scarce resource.